Hey everybody, happy Thursday. So this week I am going to be continuing my series on the non-binary gender exclusion and inclusion into sports. Most particular, this video is going to be more concentrated on the actual barriers. These barriers, the major ones are the spaces, the sporting communities, and those sporting competitions, and how it can affect them. And then the next video, I hope to wrap everything up, will be the ways that, at least in the study that I will have linked in the comments, that study, those participants mention or talk about how to facilitate access towards non-binary and even trans and people within that don't fit this binary system of male and female. I didn't have much time this week to really get a lot of memorization in from the study, so you're going to hear me rummaging around my notes and looking down. But still stick with me. It's really good information, so let's get right into it. So as I mentioned, the spaces, that is one of the major barriers for non-binary persons, and it's because, as we probably all know, is that many of these spaces in like gyms or sporting facilities are only separated by male and female, which becomes a problem for those who don't identify as either, so they must choose which gender in order to just go to the bathroom. When it comes to women facilities though, as I mentioned in the last episode or last video last week, a lot of women's spaces have this self-policing that goes along with it, which can be good, but as negative effects when it comes to those who are trans and non-binary, because they don't fit this feminine mold. So some people who go and are non-binary or trans feel like they have to fit this feminine quality, and they actually force themselves to dress a certain way or to look a certain way so they can be accepted into these areas. Like I said, notes, sorry. There are some facilities out there that do have a non-gender area. Problem with those is that they are usually linked, or they are the same facilities that are reserved for people with physical disabilities. And this can be a problem to society, where they will start to see gender or non-gendered persons as a disability, and that's not true whatsoever. So that has very negative implications as well. Let's see. So the gyms, as I mentioned last time, are also spatialized around body norms, like the men and women areas, or just the way it's structured to gather men and women around in those areas. One of the most important things are the equipment. The equipment in a gym is kind of built around a cis male physique. So in the study they brought up the example of like the leg press machine. So those who don't fit that average norm of a cis male may find it harder to get the best range of motion for their body when it comes to those selectorized equipment. Also, in gyms, some of them have swimming areas. And these swimming areas are large open areas that force, a lot of body exposure, which can be a problem for those who are, gender neutral, or non-binary, or even trans, who, don't feel comfortable showing off certain parts of their body that they aren't comfortable with themselves. And so it could cause them not to even, use those facilities, even if, they love to swim and it's a good form of exercise. So these policings, well, I guess, I didn't get too much on this one, so maybe this is going to be a longer series than I anticipated. So I guess join me in next week and I will continue on with these major barriers. So I hope everybody stays happy, stays healthy, and stays hydrated. See ya.